Impact.
Oh,
It can make impact, man.
I just want to make sure. Let me see. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah. There we go. We're gonna let it warm up, man. Soon as it warm up, man, we getting right to it.
Okay.
But man, matter of fact, BJ, we can get into it right now, bro. Like,
It's so much to talk about, and I definitely, whenever you feel like, man, I'm not gonna cut you off because I know, I respect your craft and your intellect in terms of like, spitting out questions and feedback and
yeah, yeah.
critique. So go on and do your thing, man, and hopefully, man, I'm honored enough to and privileged enough to be able to, articulate, what I'm talking about, especially when it comes to this, this masterpiece.
Yeah, for sure. And it's one of them things too, BJ, where like I'm here to support you, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like I kind of want you to steal the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm gonna talk, you know what I'm saying? But like what you doing is so dope, man. I'm just adding everybody, man, these followers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I I definitely know what you mean,
Yeah,
but
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
it's gonna be organic. It's gonna be one
Yeah.
of those things where we're gonna talk about so many stuff that it's gonna travel down memory lane.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you in the future about 5 to 10 years, and it's gonna be some things in the present. Excuse them
Yeah.
bells. I'm still.
Oh, that's the bell. I'm like, what? I thought
Hey,
that was
no,
my end.
hey man, and we'll get to this, man. If I tell you everything I just did today, it is unbelievable, man. Like
Yeah.
it's got to be. Hey, it's somewhere on this earth, Q. It's two Coach B. Joes walking around, man. Because ain't not one person can get all these things done in 24 hours. I promise you.
Yeah,
But
I'm
we
working
making
on
it
it.
happen.
Yeah, we making it happen, man. Hey, but no, BJ, did you share this on your Facebook and everything?
Yeah. Let me make sure, man, because I might have took, how you, man, when it comes to me, man, one thing I know my strengths and weaknesses, man. And Q, one of my weaknesses is your strength, and that's technology, brother.
Yeah.
So I want to make sometimes when I
BJ just taking care of his phone stuff right now, man. Anybody that's tuned in right now, man, I appreciate y'all. We're gonna start the show, pretty soon, dude. This is dope, man. I'm gonna remove BJ for now. But this live, as y'all can see, I don't know y'all can see BJ head, but this live is about Coach Joseph, Branden BJ. I call him, I'm so used to calling him BJ, but it's Branden Joseph. We're here to talk about this new book 10, the slogan. And he gonna explain everything, the name, the slogan. Oh, okay. Here you go, BJ. Can you hear me?
hey, hey, you see what I'm saying? You see why I hire
Yeah.
people?
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
you hire people, man. Only thing I did was try. I'm actually here myself twice. Do I got to log
Okay.
out of somewhere?
Hold on. Let me kick you from that one. All right. I don't think you
Cause it look
can
like
now.
I'm. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me?
I can't hear you now. What you do? What you do to me?
Nothing. I just kicked you. Kicked you.
Oh, I'm gonna log back out. No, no.
Okay.
Hold on, let me do this again.
Yeah, but hopefully, can y'all hear me though? Everybody that's tuned into the live stream right now, hopefully y'all all can hear me too. You know what I'm saying? And any questions that y'all have, to ask Coach B Joe, y'all let me know. Can you hear me now? We live.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. There we go. But no, I was just explaining to everybody that's tuned in right now, how you got you just came out with a new book. It's called 10. I'm so used to calling you B Joe. Yeah, show them the book, B Joe.
Oh yeah, there
Yeah,
it go. Yeah,
yeah.
there it go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. And
yeah.
looking at and like I'm not gonna go too, ahead, but when I seen the back of that, with them pictures, I got a little emotional, B Joe. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little emotional just because I'm like, dude, I know your character. I hear so many good things about you. I've been around you, and I know this book, and I can't wait to read it. Like I said, I just ordered it, today, whatever the case may be. So whenever it comes,
Promise, brother.
like, I'm locked in. But like I was telling the people, man, you got a new book coming out. It's 10. The first thing I want to ask you, because I noticed you got a slogan with it too. Where did the name 10 come from?
Great question. I think when I wore the number 10 in college those were some pivotal transitions in my life where I actually was figuring myself out. And I think student athletes nowadays, that's when they cross over and figure themselves out. So it was in between junior college and college for me that I wore the number 10. And as a student athlete, I started to, figure myself out as far as what direction I wanted to head in as a basketball player and as a man of color.
Yeah.
So that's where 10 came from, just the transformation of, how you go into when you first start out as a small kid, then you go from a small kid to an adolescent, and you're still figuring stuff out. You experimenting, you're going through things, and you're listening to a lot of people. Not knowing that there's distractions and things of that self because you're just young and vulnerable and gullible.
Yeah.
So when I when I start to put on that jersey, and I saw that number 10 in junior college, and also finished out my journey at Central. I started to have to figure things out, quite fastly.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
You had to start figuring stuff, what direction you headed in, and I think 10 just spoke volumes, that is bigger than a number. I know a lot of people wear numbers for significant reasons, but this book will it's 10 chapters, and it's going to be 10 chapters that's not only going to give you beneficial advice from the basketball skill drill rationales, but it's also going to be, it never leaves you without a chapter that's concluding that the chapter with life rationale that actually is aligned with the basketball skill drill or regiment or slogan that's been, and I think 10 is just going to represent that. It does represent that.
Yeah, man. And it's interesting that you said that, like, when you was in junior college and when you was at Central State. Man, shout out to Central State too, man. HBCU, man. That's one thing I wish that's one thing I wish I would have did back in my days. Went to a HBCU. I see you, B Joe. Yeah. Yeah. But that's when we really, really, now I heard this before, B Joe, where they say you basically find your identity at 16. When we go to junior college, we 18, 19. That's where I feel like where I found my like character and who I wanted to be and all that type of stuff. So just to know, like, that's what 10 is for you. That's cool. And I see you got the slogan right here, man. Like, did you come up with that on your own? Is this something that you stuck
Yeah.
with like for a long time, or this is something that you just came up with as far as that slogan?
Yes, this is something that I actually have engraved in a lot of the programs that I've coached, or even right now, it just resonates so much because every day you might not, and this goes out to the athletes, and it's not even anybody who participated in it. Doesn't matter what level of sports you participated on. You were actually participating in some level of life. You learn one jewel or one thing that you can incorporate life from with that sport. So it's an intersection, no different than when we go on how Fond du Lac intersect Hampton right there. It's an intersection. So as you was playing sports, it's some elements of life that you gotta figure out within yourself. And in regards to character development, in regards to soul searching. So 10 kind of embodies that. It's like, hey, here come this intersection, and it actually depicts what direction I want to go in. No different than Fond du Lac and Hampton.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, BJ, how long have you been working on this book?
Man, I shout out to my cousin Jackie. She's an educator, been an educator for a minute. I gave her a shout out in the book as well, but she actually was like, why don't you, man, you got too much, like through your experience, not even like, of course, playing, but through the wealth of knowledge that you have, bounced around playgrounds, coordinations of leagues, rapport with former and current players. You need to do something to not only make a splash and an impact in the athletic community, but also you're an educator. You're a natural born leader and educator. So why not add a literacy component to it? And I think, and to be honest with you, she motivated me to like go do it. Of course, my family, my wife, my mom, my pops, they're always behind me in whatever I do. But I'm like, so to answer your question, Q, it's been in the making. It's all evolved, but the sit down and script it out and really format it. Shout out to Nikki Williams, who actually formatted it and say, hey, it's a go. It looks good. Let's do it. And that goes into those what I was talking to you about earlier, knowing my strengths and weaknesses. Format, no. Technology, no. Podcast equipment, no. Let me reach out to Q or somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we got to, us as people, especially people of color, man. Throw that pride down the toilet when you take one, sometime, because you need a team to get projects done. Period. Point blank. You need a team, man. I know. I just want to say people less gray hairs, and I want to say people less gray hairs and be around here for a long time. Because if you figure out you can do everything by yourself, and that's just what 10 is essentially about. Like, man, like owning that. Like, man, I get it. I get wanting to get things done, but in reality, you're gonna have to be able to message. You're gonna have to be able to gauge and project plan to get projects at a quality level, or it's gonna look. Excuse my French, but it's gonna look shitty. I got too much under my belt. We should have, just like this. This is a quality platform podcast. When you do real tedious and like you are a researcher and you see what you need to do and you get the fans involved. This isn't work that you just something you thought of overnight. You get what I'm saying? So in order to get that involved, you have to connect the dots. You have to call people. You have to touch base with people. You got to see the time in your schedule. It's project planning at its best. So that's what 10 kind of talks about, that utilizing your team, knowing your role, and playing to your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah. And BJ, I know you like giving us an overview, about the book, but don't spoil it for everybody. Don't spoil it now, okay?
Oh no! I ain't even. I ain't said nothing. I ain't brought up a chapter. We just talking right now. I ain't named the chapter. Yeah. Only the most I said about the book is the people I shouted out. That was it. Everything else is just like I told you, it's gonna be like a conversation right now. We talking life.
Oh yeah,
yeah. No, I ain't even talked about the book. Much as I want to talk about it, I don't want to spoil it. But
I'm excited, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited. I can't wait for guys to pull up. Now, can I answer this, BJ, or you want to? This is Charlie, man. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. How can I purchase a copy?
Man, I have a link on my page, on my Facebook page, and my Instagram. Just go on, Charlie. Man, shout out to Charlie too, man. Hey, I got to join you, man. You got to. I don't know if you want to be Stephen A. or whoever you want me to be, Kendrick, vice versa. But let's pull up the rep one time, man, so we can get it in, man. Eat some good old nachos, man. Pay $25 to Yak. Yeah, no, I'm just playing. Yak. Yak ain't never charged me $25. But no, let's do it. But no, Charlie, go on. Instagram. I know I posted it the other time, the link, but you could also go into Amazon.com, type in Branden Joseph, Branden with an E. 10 comes up and you can purchase. Appreciate all the support in advance, man. This is, like I said, this ain't for monetary value at nothing, man. I just feel like I just told the kids, I just held we had an honors and signing day event today. What I highly encourage to them kids is start thinking about life as things that's bigger than themselves. Sometimes you got to take yourself out the equation and just start to invest in things that's bigger than yourself. And then you'll see when I see my benefits reaped is when, like, man, I just read that book and I implied that in practice, or I instilled that. Like, that's when the benefits are reaped. The monetary part gonna come as long as you're doing things for the right reasons.
Yeah. And man, I also want to give a shout out to Tyree, man. You said you
My
need
boy.
one. Shout out to Tyree.
Tyree, what's up, brother? Hey, man.
So, I'll go ahead, B-Joe.
No. Yeah, it's on my page, Tyree, but I definitely put one on the. No, I ain't gonna even play with it right now. Y'all won't see me in 30 minutes.
I helped you out.
You did it. Oh, all right, about to say.
So what I did, y'all, is I tagged B-Joe on Facebook. I tagged his name and everything. I mean, on Instagram, I tagged his name. All y'all got to do is go to my story on my Instagram page, click B-Joe name, and the link could be there. But you can go to Amazon.com. Y'all type in Branden Joseph. It's Branden with an E though.
Branden with an E. Yep. Because if you type in, it's gonna be a white man that pop up and publish plenty books. Branden Joseph is a white man too. He's an amazing writer, man. But don't support him at this time. We're gonna support the brother, man. We're gonna support the brother, man. Hey, we gonna keep it. Juneteenth coming up.
Juneteenth coming up. Man, shout out to my little bro Rentez. Need a copy ASAP.
Oh man, Tyree, it's some heavy hitters checking in, man. Tyree, man, on my third book in my Chinese fourth on. Hey, yep, Branden with an E. Yeah, man, let me tell y'all this too. I'm not telling the book. All right, my boy. I don't want to disrespect I want to just stick to the code, like my boy said. I ain't gonna tell the book. But I'm gonna tell you, I am gonna tell you this. This is what they call it, a shameless plug or guilty plug, whatever. My whole thought process out of the book was to be able to deploy services as well. All right. Yeah. For example, I just did a wellness clinic for the Unity basketball movement at my shout out to the Rebels at my home. It was stationed there, but we had a classroom portion and we had an on the court portion. So in saying that, there's three ways you can receive services through the book as well. And, no different. So the first way is that way. Like, I can show up to an organization, Boys and Girls Club. I can show up to a gym and you show me what chapters that you want me. Hey, man, I want you to do this drill that I just read in chapter, boom, 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 and chapter this and chapter set the tone in my practice. And I can provide that. Then once I provide that, I will have your boys. No, they're not getting away without not doing the classroom portion of it. Because the thing about it is, I want them to really be able to. Actually, data shows once you participate in something, you write it down, you're able to produce what you've just learned more quickly and at a fashion where you'll see carryover on the court. I think 10 is actually, especially in the urban area, but hey, no knock on other areas. Hey, this book ain't just, hey, I ain't locked and sold into one area of the city, but it's actually the cheat code, because what you do is you teach, you drill, you write, you learn. All right. Teach, drill, write, learn. So that's the first area of how I can provide services from this queue. Second area is, hey, maybe some coaches want to be trained up on it. All right. So the first area is called In Between the Lines. The second area of how I can provide services through this book is Chalk Talk. All right. Chalk Talk is basically, I can get your team up in the classroom. Hey, we get busy. Think, pair, and shares. We start a dialogue on everything from shell to I got chapters in here. Your team got trouble locking in, getting them to lock in, or dynamics, whatever it is. That's Chalk Talk. The third area is boot camp. boot camp is just similar to if you've been to a professional development for a corporate or nonprofit level, man. It's me getting some trainers, getting some coaches in there, and we locking in on these book and these chapters, and I'm answering questions, and we taking a deep dive into the comprehension and the question level of how you can just roll this out to your team in order to have a successful season. So those are 3 areas that I'm going to start promotion after you read the book of services I'm gonna provide from that.
Wow, BJ, that's cool. You still can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I'm still.
I was making sure. Yeah, no, that's so dope, BJ. And man, shout out to Dave Edwards, man, the voice, man. I really do feel like you the voice, bro. You laughing, BJ? I do. I feel Dave on this, bro.
Dave, he don't even call me by name, man. Hey, I appreciate you, Dave, man. Dave heard. Dave got a little piece of the Chalk Talk session, and man, it was so beneficial. I had Dave, son, and some of his teammates, man, and they was just in there, man. I love the essence of eye contact, and that's when you know you got them, man. That's when you know they got when they like this. I ain't talking about staring off, looking down. You know, they like this, and they picking up questions from each other, building off of each other. That was happening in that space. And this was just piloted at that time, Q. But like I was just saying, like we had a wellness camp. I'm like, let me do this Chalk Talk session, and that's how I test and be able to measure my results, knowing that kids can build off their thoughts and know what they're learning. So when they go back on the court, it means a little bit more to them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Oh man, Tricky, man. Appreciate you for the stars, man. Appreciate all y'all tuning into the live stream. Yes, sir. Tyree said, "My God." Now, as far as like I know the lady that you gave a shout out to earlier, and also in your book, is that the one who edited this for you? Because I know it's like the process.
So shout out to Nikki Williams. This is what she do, man. She'll help you write your grants. She helps people with their resumes and things of that nature. She comes highly recommended, man. Real good. I met her at the Boys and Girls Club when I worked at Destiny. And she always had skills that kind of supported her being a manager for the Boys and Girls Club. But when I saw her, and she's an author herself. So I connected with her just to, gave her my general thoughts. And she said, no, you might as well just get done and do this now. It's a perfect time. With it being summertime, right now, people, they feeling themselves. They taking these flights, putting on these, what you call them, the circuit gear and stuff like that, man. And it's a perfect time to come out with this, man. I'm telling you, man. It works. I know it may seem like it's just based for like a school environment, but if man, I'm gonna be honest, and just sometimes you got when your collar up, you got to keep it up. So I mean, if I'm ahead of a circuit team, I'm hiring me to be able to deploy these jewels to my team. You know what I'm saying? That's no knock or none of that, because I mean, and then the results will show. And most importantly, academically, man. I mean,
the most important thing, bro. You feel me? That's the most important thing, bro. Academics, bro.
Yeah.
And, you won a state title. Everyone, see, when it came to you winning that state title, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people pay attention to just you winning, like playing basketball and winning. They see how you engage with the kids, how much the kids were connected to you, how you was on them about, character, taking care of academics, and you like setting them up with a plan B and C. You know what I'm saying?
The journey. Your journey. And all those kids to this day, if I do have some that don't like me, hey, charge it to my head, not my heart, but I would say at least 95% of them kids. For example, I got a story. I always have a story. Yeah. And it's all relevance what we're talking about to the book. Elijah Higgins played, he started off on that state championship team.
Yeah. And
if you come into the graduation ceremony where I work at on Wednesday, just close your ears, because this is going to be my opening remarks for him.
Okay.
Elijah, because I got to introduce, he's the keynote speaker. He'll be the keynote speaker for the middle school.
Okay.
And I reached out to him to be a keynote speaker. People probably, you say why, and why you saying he started out on the state championship team. I don't think right now, I think we live in a society where right now we're scared to be able, and we don't want to generalize tough love because it's looked at as old school and it's looked at as something that it's a risk.
Yeah.
Tough love is a risk. But with Elijah at the time, man, very likable kid, loved him to death. He knew I loved him to death. But at the time, I just couldn't have him a part of that group because I felt like, he wasn't ready to be holistically a part of a team dynamic of a team at that time. He'll be sort of cancerous,
Yeah.
So years later, okay, let's fast forward. We end up winning the state. He's not a part of the team, whatever. Years later, I had a few run-ins with Elijah, contacts, great positive run-ins. Like
yeah.
I think he just bought his first house, just had his first, a lot of firsts going on for him, going on an amazing spiritual journey as well. So I'm watching him. He's a motivational speaker right now. So I said, you know what? His champion, right now, he in his championship season. Maybe he didn't win a championship with us, but right now, the season that he's entering in his championship season. So I'd be wrong to stop coaching him right now. Same way I coach him during that tough love. This is what it was for. I'm glad and I'm grateful to be a part of Elijah's championship season.
Yeah.
Right now. Right. And so I invited him to be a keynote speaker for the middle school. And he was, man, he like, man, and this is a kid that didn't make that. I mean, he made the team. He just wasn't ready for the holistic commitment to, the dynamics of the team. And years later, I'm calling him back to speak at a middle school, so that's how a lot of my relationships with coaching works,
Yeah. So usually in them situations, BJ, and man, thank you for sharing that story though, because a lot of the kids that don't understand, at that time, them are the ones that grow up to appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They look back like, oh man. Sometimes it register the kids late, so them the kids that look back like, oh man, now I know what coach was talking about. Like, and they appreciate you. Then they give you that phone call. Hey, how you doing, coach, man? Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Got to read a few comments off, man. Shout out to my boy Cruz, man. Much respect, B-Joe. Always been a fan of what you do. I mean, what you did and do. I'll be grabbing my book. Yes, sir.
Hey, one of the genuine ones right there, dog. I promise you, Cruz. And Cruz has been, well, a lot of people don't know about Cruz, Q. He's been working for himself probably over 10, 15 years. Even though we don't talk every day, a lot of us that's in the community, if we show up, we pay attention. That's the first thing we do. But we definitely show homage. If we not, we just hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just hate. Yeah. And that's funny you say that because of course, Cruz, my bro. I've been following him for a long time, man. He doing such great things, man. So humble.
He signed his own checks, man.
Exactly.
Forget that humble self, Q. That man signed his own checks, man. Hey, if I'm working with somebody, I'd call Cruz on a couple of occasions. He was right there, or if he couldn't, he was professional enough to let me know I came back. But if you signing your own checks right now, man, hey, you team B Joe. I'll get it right now. And like I said, that's no knock on nobody else, but a lot of people, you know how our culture is like, oh man, he didn't play anywhere, and this I don't care. He's signing his own checks. He has a following, and he produced results. Period. Shouts out to Cruz for sure. Appreciate the purchase of the book when it comes. My man Mike, I saw Mike T on there.
Yeah. We give Mike. Shout out to Mike T, man. Your family bond.
Hey man, the man, iron sharpens iron, man. You go in the dictionary, man. That man either in one of his overseas jerseys or he in that Clippers jersey. If you look up iron sharpen iron, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Every time we talk, we can't just talk for 5 or 10 minutes, man. And those are the connections and the collaborations you should run to surround yourself. When I'm on the phone with somebody and we talking, we vibing. Like, it'd be similar to you, like how we doing now. We vibing, but it's not vibing to build each other up or say how much. And I think, especially our youth, especially our like they look on the outside so much that the outside is winning right now. When I mean the outside, I mean the materialistic image. It is winning right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And brothers
Man.
like Mike T and you and a lot of brothers, you know, it's not. We're the minority. Put it like that. It could be
Yeah.
more. It could be more of us that's getting involved and in it for the right intentions, the right reasons. And
Yes.
so when this project came out, it was a no brainer.
Yeah, no brainer.
No brainer.
Yeah.
No
Now let me
brainer.
ask you about this though, B. Joe. Now, we all know Amazon is a big time company, right? It's a big franchise. For you to see your book on like Amazon.com, like, bro, how did that make you feel? Did you shed a tear, bro? Be honest with me, B. Joe, man.
You know, man, that's the only way I know how to be. It ain't really hit me yet, Q. Because
It
I
didn't?
mean, I'm in that. I think I said it somewhere. I'm still in like a healing season,
Yeah.
and it's some patches of me right now where I'm almost there, where I can, you know, how that feeling when you get when you're on vacation, when you went through TSA and you to put your bag, you know, got the kids all set, boom, 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 and you finally put that umbrella and that non-alcoholic drink, and you put your feet like I think when I get into that season, then I'll be
Yeah.
able to, you know, I'm not like I'm still in the healing slash, man, it's just a little bit more work that has to be done, you know, in
Yeah.
regards to the promotions and marketing of this. That's why when you called me, it was perfect because
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, I'm just gonna be honest, cut clear and job, man. Let's just stick to the scripts. Like, it's a lot of people that's looking at this right now and just not going to be able to bring their pride enough to support because they feel like they know more than me, and they're probably right. I'm just gonna be honest. You probably know a little bit more than me, but one thing that they might not be right about is the data and the metrics. All right, the data,
Yeah.
the metrics when it comes to academic achievement, and when it comes to player competition and us as a city, as an urban excelling. We haven't won. We haven't won anything, y'all, in a long time. In a
In a
long time.
very long
So
time.
I'm if you do, if you don't, it's always all love with me. I never I'm definitely not a scam artist or nothing like that. But
Yeah.
what I do want people to do is jump out the window, go grab you 10, because what we've been trying to do for a long time is not happening. I don't know about you, but when it comes around March, I'm tired of other people that don't look like me raising up that gold ball. It's been happening.
Yeah.
It's been happening for a while.
Come
And,
on,
and
B.
that's
Joe.
the elephant in the room. And I think
Yeah.
this is the blueprint. It's $10 right now. And you can buy 5 of them for a team. They spread out. Whether you do, hey, I'm telling you, because
Yeah.
because Q, what I did in 2017, it was like I don't like, man, when me and that marvelous staff of mine, got a chance
Yeah.
to really like process that, dog. We just took a minute, just like, man, it's been a journey. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's so much you got to put into that. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't close no doors on anything, and this ain't no shots or nothing like that. But
Yeah.
it's the data, like, you know, and that was in 2017.
$17.
We're coming up on 2025, so that's almost a decade ago. So, man, and I just I just know that athletically and most important, holistically, this book will bring the best out of people, you know, and the holistic part is the part. That's
Yeah.
the part, because like you said, Q, what drives me is when they look in their eye and they're asking questions and they're building off drills and they're helping each other up. It's a chapter in this book called just saying, clap it up. What's
Clap
the
it up.
purpose? What's the purpose? What's the meaning? What's the meaning behind clap it up? Why do we clap it up? You know, I ain't
To
gonna
lift
dive
each
into
other
it.
up. Yeah. But it's to lift each other up, bro. It's
But guess
okay,
what?
bro. Get up. Get in
Q,
your time. You got it.
I'm gonna ask you right now, Q. In order
Yeah.
for you to clap it up right now, what character trait that you gotta have with you to clap it up for somebody else?
Man, you gotta have leadership. You gotta be a team player, bro. You gotta be you know what I'm saying, glue guy. You just gotta have good character. If I clap it up for somebody, it's about taking accountability, all of that stuff, bro. Was
Humility.
that a good answer or no?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
That's precisely it. You got to
Yeah.
be humble. You got to know that, hey, if the ball ain't falling as much as it usually fall for you, so guess what you do? Your posture, your body language going, let's go. We good.
Let's go.
Like that's in life. Q, you get 2 sponsors from Mountain Dew, and you go get a sponsor from, I ain't going ball yet, but a hair or something. You go get a sponsor, you slap them on here, and guess what?
Clap it up, man. Clap it up.
Hey, my boy, somebody, Tyree Petty, just signed the contract. Somebody else, Ace Cruz just built the gym. Ace Cruz just built. Ace Cruz just built the gym from the ground up.
Come on, wrap it up, bro. Like Mike T book on the way. Like, come on, man. You feel me?
Hey, Mike T book on the way. And be looking forward to us in some collaborative spaces and some more. And it's just, and a lot of people get it twisted where they think, oh, they're just trying to. No, man. We did, man. Humbly said.
Yeah.
Been there and done that in all facets of life. Now is the time, the season of life right now. And it might not be your season yet, but my season of healing, it's time to give back. Monetary value, appreciate it. But I'm in my giving back season because I had to, when you take pauses, when you take that pause, man, that pause. Sometimes you got to pause. Hey, that's a timeout, Q. Let me get 30 seconds. Hey, Denver tried to do it last night. He tried to do it last. I'm like, you better get that pause. It's too late. You didn't take that pause. All they needed was a pause. Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, what's the one dude that came for the Lakers guy junking they was just junking threes up like it wasn't nothing. They just needed a pause, and we need a pause in life sometimes.
Yeah,
because we need to prioritize.
Right? You need to reset.
Just pause, man.
Take a step back, reevaluate. Boom, let's get it. Now, Mike T did say this though. B. Joe, who's that? Baba? Yeah.
Oh man, Baba. Tell Baba. That's D. Raj. Yeah, D. Raj. Tell him I said, man, appreciate it. Hey, man, another man. That man is so big, man. Q, you gotta meet Baba. I'm gonna leave it like that. You gotta meet Baba. Okay. He another one you ain't just about to have a 5-minute conversation with at all. Yeah, for sure.
H. Cruz, man. H. Cruz just built the gym from the ground up.
I know it. Hey. I already know, man. I already know. Hey, Cruz been at it too long, man, for the right intentions, for the right ways. Never got distracted, man. And that's what a lot of our young. I think that's the biggest Rudy Gobert where he. I think man, I ain't trying to get on the. I call it Rudy Gobert because he's the defensive player of the year, but I'm gonna name another name. It's looking like. Whatever, man. Our biggest distraction in regards to our kids get distracted so easy right now, man. Yeah. And that's another portion of this book is kind of aligning yourself with being able to, take skills and drills and basketball regiments and put them into real life. Into real life scenarios, of course, and it does that more than a couple of times. Real life scenarios, are you gonna hop in this car with folks and them knowing what they doing, knowing that on Saturday, you're going to play in front of 10 coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like that's no different than your coach telling you, hey man, they're going to trap you in the corner. We got to keep the ball in the middle and attack and play off 2 feet. It's no different. Like it's distractions, and being able to align some of those things with it.
Yeah. Now, BJ, I do want to ask you, this too. Now, because even though you older than me, BJ, I still got kind of an old soul when it comes to the basketball part.
Yeah.
And do you think for these programs like boys and girls basketball or whatever sport, do you think it'd be smart for the coach to purchase the book and explain it? Just because social media with these kids now, I can't see kids really holding the book. Or do you recommend the whole staff and the players buying the book and then the coaches have meetings and talk about each chapter?
That's cold, dog. That's a cold question. It depends, and how I look at it. It depends on what the objective is in regards to programming. So, for example, if you're a part of a traditional boys and girls club program in the summer, I would suggest like that whatever the coordinator is, purchase a bulk of books and then he keeps them, and then the only thing they have to provide is pencils because it's writing spaces in there for him. That he can collect them at the end, give them back, in all hopes of they can carry that book with them and cherish it during their athletic scholastic journey. For so yeah, I'll say like a program coordinator for like for athletic program, it could be the athletic director. Hey, I'm hearing about this book. Our boys and girls probably need it. There's some items in here where I saw were some weaknesses, or some items I seen are some strengths, and we want to build upon them. And it also is going to, when they answer it, it can test some of their, it can test some of their knowledge and comprehension and reading. So I would like to see you spend a period of practice dedicated to this.
Yeah, BJ, because I like that, like, even though you just kind of giving us an overview of the book, I think it'd be a real good idea, for the coaches, you know what I'm saying, and the players, man. That'd be nice. Now, I love coaching, right? I stepped away from coaching and I referee high school basketball now here in Arizona.
Oh, you referee?
Yeah, I do high school,
wow.
man, everything. So I go to a camp soon. I'm trying to level up to like
shout out to that.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. So I took a step back from coaching, BJ, because I started noticing the change. And things like this, I will implement this in my program. You know what I'm saying? So and the next thing I'm gonna ask you, BJ, because you are well connected in the city and the school systems, are you going school to school, email to email, phone call to phone call to these athletic directors, trying to get the book in the school? Like, what's your angle, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what you trying to?
That's the plan. That's the plan. It's going to be a really intense marketing plan that we have out, just rolling out different interviews, different segments of live chalk talk, or that's the plan. So basically, I'm trying to do less talking as possible and see if they want to implement it. That's definitely the plan. I think school districts, charter schools, suburban, it's just the thing that I've been noticing and like athletics around my area, that like it's just something to do. Basketball has turned into just something to do. Like, we have, what, to be honest with you, we have way more talented players and way more skill. But what I've noticed is I feel like they were more talented, more opportunities, and way more skilled in our area, but they wouldn't beat us because they would never beat us just based off that sport was a living, like a living testimony on like it's like if you were to ask us at adolescent age what basketball meant to us, like we would have came off top of the dome and told you why we do this from sun up to sundown. And a lot of kids and a lot, there's a trillion of factors, but I think you gotta, sometimes it's worth the sacrifice to do things intentionally, to do things different, to get results.
Yeah. I agree, man. Hey, look, Bicho, if there's anything else you want to touch on, bro, let me know. Because, man, listen, now I'm really eager to read the book. You know what I'm saying?
You did a great job, because I came on here was thinking like, man, I'm about to tell them about this chapter, that, but you're right. I can't spoil it. No, man, I mean, last minute thoughts is like, I think right now, like from the level of social consciousness, man, like in regards to our people and people who don't look like us, the easier you get to, 10. My reason to 10, figuring yourself out, what direction you want to go in. If you can get ahead of that, the more uncomplicated life is going to be for you. That's why when athletics intersect preparation from life, you enter that preparation stage a little earlier instead of later. And I think that's pretty much the goal of 10, entering it earlier. So I think right now, without, just intelling everything, I think, with everything going on, when you talk about the dynamics of, that we have no control over, whether they're bureaucracies that's above us or school, whatever.
Yeah.
One thing that we always got control over is being able to articulate ourselves, educate ourselves, and prepare ourselves. And right now, let's get to that intersection. But when you at that intersection of life, don't be looking like you gonna hit a U-turn and run back, to the other side. Look to go through that intersection, because you're embracing the preparation instead of being able to run from things. So I think, man, man, shout out to everybody who been supporting. Shout out to you most definitely for getting me on the horn, ASAP, to be like, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So, man, share this live, y'all, and keep pumping the barcode up, man. Like I said, hey, man, this is amazing. I think in regards to not only the platform, but the place you put, people of color in to tell their stories. You never know who they're helping, who they're assisting with life. I think it's a deeper rationale, and it's a deeper, impact that you have, and that you probably don't even pay attention to every day. Like you asked me, did I share a tear? Right now, I really I'm not in the season. I am in the season. No, I ain't hard little cry, but I'm saying I just haven't had time yet. There's still so much work to do, and I think you understand, and you probably resonate with that. There's work to do with this. I'm getting there, and I think I'm sowing some seeds right now with the group, but you've definitely sowed some seeds with this Barcode podcast, and let's keep it going.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that, bro. For real, like with the kind word. Because I always tell people, man, where we come from is so small, it's looked at as, oh man, it's black people there, you know what I'm saying? And to hear that, from other people that's from like a New York or a Cali or Vegas that's bigger than us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the main reason why, I have this platform to let people know, like, bro, there's so much talent, and
most
great
definitely.
people that come from Milwaukee, not just on the sports side, but just, overall. And I just want to give our kids insight to let them know, like, man, Coach Joseph from Milwaukee, I can do what he doing. He wrote a book, like, what I'm saying?
For sure. And like I said, we'll let this ponder, we'll let this simmer. I'll talk to you about six months. And I also, man, it's just so much. Like, me and my wife got a nonprofit right now that we're making a splash throughout the city to provide resources and spaces for individuals on the developmental disability and autism spectrum. So that's going to be next. I let this simmer project, but doing work about that, but letting the young people know, hey, if it's something you're passionate about, it's something that you're experiencing with your family, you want to make a difference, start you a nonprofit, start with the research, no different than Q went did the research. He wanted to talk about some stuff, and this is something that he was passionate about. Hey, that's what we're pursuing right now. I'm no different than y'all. Actually, y'all know more than me, to be honest.
Yeah, they got the social media, they got the cheat sheet. But man, BJ, I appreciate you for your time, bro. We can talk forever, bro. I just really want to, get 10 out there, bro. Like I said, I
appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. And make sure before y'all leave, y'all share the live stream, and make sure y'all subscribe to the Barcode podcast. It's at the bottom. I post every week, man. I appreciate y'all. BJ, I love you. I see you soon.
Love you too, dog. Love you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Humble.
All right, BJ. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.